Hi everyone, I'm here with another flip through review. This is another one of the decks that came from my big box of amazing decks from Threads of Fate. I wanted to show you before I begin that each deck comes with this really nice black bag. I can't remember which one belonged to what, but those are some of the wonderful bags that you get. And here is the deck. It comes, I just wanted to you to see how nicely wrapped up it comes. So I'll take off the bubble wrap, and it still has this another wrapping around it. So I'll also take off the plastic wrap around it. And there we are. This is the Runic Oracle Sunstone Threads of Fate deck. And here's some sample images. Very interesting. Runic Oracle, 34 cards, 24 runes, and 10 bonus cards. They're full color with spot UV matte black edges and a booklet. So let's take a look. And I love the side flappy decks as well. So nice. And the pull string to make it easy. And the book, which is a really nice size book, and the attire, and then take a look at the beautiful artwork. Okay, Sunstone. What does this say? Oh, this is the index card. So this is great. So I was wondering if this was the runes of Futark, the Norse runes. These runes are traditionally divided into three groups called Atir, also spelled as Attis or Attis, each consisting of 8 runes. These 3 Atir are often associated with different sets of meanings and interpretations. The first Atir, Freya's At, is associated with personal matters, wealth, and emotions. The second Atir, Heimdall's At, focuses on transformation, challenges, and growth through adversity. The third Atir, Tyr's At, centers on justice, honor, and spiritual development. Very good. Okay, it's good to know how they are separated. And I have several types of runic divinatory materials. One is the Vikings Oracle has runes in it. Another one I got from the Goddess box, the Goddess Provisions box. Let me just show you. And the rune stones, Goddess Provisions, they're the Elder Futark rune guide, and they tell you each one. And I like to use this one to help me pronounce each of them. I made little notes on how to pronounce them. And so the runes are usually kind of in a variety of materials, sometimes bone, sometimes wood. This is and other materials, but this is kind of how they are traditionally like. But a lot of people will turn the runes into cards, oracle cards, and it's pretty much the same thing. So let's have a look. All right, I'm gonna get this one off as well. Here we go. The magic of fairies. So let's take a look. Okay, so we start off with, I should get my my little guide, my pronunciation guide. So this is Fehu. Fehu. And each one has a meaning. So there could be a slight variations of the interpretations, but according to the Goddess Provisions, this represents, it stands for cattle. Okay, let's see what it says in the Threads of Fate book, just to compare. Oh, look at this. Oh, you know what? I didn't even show you the book. Okay, so let's look at the book real quick. And there's my girls, Blair and Britt, the very generous ladies who sent these decks to me. what does it say right here? Poetry? Poetry. For the ancients, poetry was a cornerstone of their culture. It was a part of storytelling, but also a part of spells, ritual, and magic as a whole. In this booklet, you will find the Old English translation of the rune poems. There are 4 different rune poems: Icelandic, Swedish, Old English, and Norwegian. On the black page under each rune, you will find another poem. We wanted to have a more creative element to each card, and in honor of the rune poems, I decided to write an original. Very cool. Okay, so we had the columns, Freya's, and that's her poem. Before the whispers of being swept through the void, there was everything, there was enough. And from this great plenty, where all things are born and where all things return, it remains unchanged. It remains unchanged. See, cattle. So that's right. And so this is talking about abundance, luck, circulation of wealth, and according to the goddess provisions, about the same thing: physical wealth, prosperity. So I feel like we're on the right track here, on the same page, so to speak. Now, to be honest, the Viking Oracle has some like variations of meanings, but it's still, you know, enjoyable to take on more than one meaning. But I feel like this is going to be super accurate, and I love the poems, and I love the real strong graphic art. And it's exciting. I love this very much. It will be an amazing companion to David Bowie's deck, the Star. What is it? The Starman Tarot. I would love to put those two together. That would be cool. Hagalaz is my favorite. Now, you know what? I keep talking about it. I'm going to bring it out. This is the Viking Oracle. I'm only showing you because these are the only decks that I own, but there are other and many more out there that do runes symbolically and on cards, for example. But I just wanted you to see how this one is neat because you see people's faces, which I like. And it's Jimmy Manton, one of my favorite artists, so that's why I had to get this. And so this one, as a drawing, is one of my favorite Viking men drawings, Hagalaz. And it's a rune that's in the runes of Futhark. So let's go ahead and finish now the deck review. So now you can see like how I work. When I get something like this, I like to compare it to what things that I already have. So let's take a look. That's kind of where we left off. Oh, and here's one of the poems. The Norwegian rune poem is, "Hail is the coldest of grains. God created the primeval worlds." Oh, and in the Viking Oracle, they have poems too. I don't know if they're, yeah, interesting. There's poems in this deck as well. So, for example, Friggeard, right here, in the quiet shade of the great tree, I can lay down my sword, I can put down my shield, as your strong shield arm is about me, here under your gaze all is well, woven into each stone and ray of sunshine is Friggeard, and I claim peace. So, I feel like the Viking Oracle really didn't talk about the poems that much, so I'm glad that the Threads of Fate goes into the poetic messages. Yeah. Okay. I mean, and what's cool about them is you can really like interchange them as well. So the Viking Oracle had this neat prayer to Odin. And so it is, and so it is. And so it is. So these are such interesting cards. Okay. And the messages. And one of the things I got a little bit into the runes because of my ancestry. I'm Swedish Norwegian background, and I feel like it's kind of important if you're in this line of work, you know, in divination, to kind of go back to your roots, you know. So there was one year that I was looking up German divination, Norwegian, Swedish, all the kinds of divination of my heritage, you know, and that's how I came up with the Kipper deck and things like that. So it's fun to kind of explore your heritage and what kind of divination your ancestors might have used. All right, so we got a really good view of the beautiful. Oh, they have a little resource index, which is good, so you can see what they refer to. And I've really been interested in getting a Nordic. There's one I have on my wish list, a Nordic tarot deck. But anyway, that's for later. Let's get back to the flip through review. Okay, then we can leave this here. And so next we have, yes, we have a ruse. Sometimes the drawings vary a little bit. Here is Thorisaz, Ansuz, this is very interesting. I love the artwork that it goes with it. Ride Ho or Ride Now, Kane Oz, Gay Boo, Wan Jo or Wan Yo, little sticky. There we go. This one is Hagalaz. Hagalars. And now this. I promise you it's pronounced now this. It's N-A-U-T-H-I-Z. Now this. Or now this. And it's the new love card, so that was fun when that one comes out. This one is Isa. We have Yera or Yera. And Awaz, Perthrow, Elhaz, Sovilo. Look at that nice image of the wolf. Tirwaz, Burkano or Burkanu, spelt B-E-R-K-A-N-O, Burkanu. This represents the earth. Then we have Awaz and Manaz. All right. It's good to have this nearby, but under this one I should probably write all the pronunciations. And in fact, I was actually studying it. I was trying to have it memorized, but still need more work on that. This is Lagus, Ingaus or Ingus or Inguas, Dagas, Athila. Oh, that's pretty. And that's the Sunstone. Let's see what the Sunstone. And so these are some extra ones. Yeah, Sunstone. So in the Viking Oracle, they do something similar. They have all the runes of Plutarch, and then they go into just the tree of Yggdrasil and etc. things like that. They also cover some of the gods like Freya and Odin. So I like that these extra cards. So Sunstone is the symbol is navigation, new perspectives, creativity, and ingenuity. This is a calcite crystal, and it has a prisma effect to symbolize the creative process of moving toward solutions. And they all the lines go to the center, and it brings focused energy. Very nice. And so Bifrost is a very important symbol. This is spiritual connection and opening to receive. It's Bifrost is the rainbow bridge, and that's the thing that connects Earth, Midgard, to the realm of the gods, Asgard. And Bifrost is guarded by Heimdall and the father of all mankind. So it's kind of a connecting with the gods, and it's kind of a rainbow energy too. And then we have, I don't know if I can pronounce this one. Let's see that one. Okay. This one is Genu Gagap. And I don't see it in the book. So hold on one second. Let me see if I can find it. I found it. That's weird. Okay, so Genun Gagap. I got it right. Genun Gagap. It's the yawning void. So it's like the void and chaos and friction. Hey, no wonder I couldn't find it. I don't need any of that Genun Gagap. It's the nothingness. But, nothingness, something comes from nothing. So sometimes you need the nothingness. But Genu Gagap is kind of not a good energy for when you have major things that you need to do. So if you're getting this kind of void energy, like the moon void, of course, then, you might want to wait until that passes. Okay, so we also have Urdir. I think that's how that's pronounced. Yes, or Urthir. What has become. The past is always beside us. The past and past actions. And then we have Verdandi. And this one represents becoming. It's really cool to have these extra cards. And we have Schooled. Schooled is like should you, It's like a debt. A debt or should. Schooled. It's also about future things. Then we have the mighty tree of Yggdrasil. And I know a little bit about this because I was involved in a kind of role play situation that had to do with Viking lore, and Yggdrasil was sort of a highlighted aspect of it. And it represents interconnectedness, balance, and harmony and earth. And so Yggdrasil lives at the center of Norse cosmology. It's the heart of the universe, and it's the world tree. And this ash tree houses each of the 9 realms within its roots and branches. Without it, nothing would exist. So according to Norse mythology, the tree is mortal and requires compassion and care. And when this card comes out, it's about interconnectedness. So it's all the realms are associated in the tree of Yggdrasil. And there's those 9 realms. And then we have Galdir. Let's see if I can find that one. Galdir represents a song or incantation. So it's sometimes our healing depends on a kind of a monotone prayer, like chant or song or incantation, a speaking prayer or singing prayer. I did that a lot growing up, singing prayers. And then we have Longship. The Longship is about embracing the rolling waves, travel and adventure and drive and that sort of thing. And we have Staff. Finally, Staff. That is the magical connection and journeying, and also the world tree, representing the world tree as well. And it's like a part of Yggdrasil. And just like any kind of, this came from a beautiful tree that came from my yard, and I created a wand out of it, so it has that sort of magic still from the tree, because something is created from the tree, so similar to our homes and things made out of the wood and our paper. Anyway, such interesting, really creative deck. It's really fun to work with runes, so if you are interested in this, I highly recommend it. And I was telling you how I think this makes a great companion to the Starman Tarot. I'm going to get that out real quick so you can see what I'm talking about. And there it is. Starman Tarot, David Bowie's Images collection. It's just a really big deck, but it's similar colors and similar graphics, and I feel like they would look really cool together. David Bowie, you know, is very kind of out there, very Aquarian-esque personality. So here's some of the images anyway. See, it's very graphic, very kind of almost like urban art energy. That's what it get, you know, it's like the spray painting on buildings and that kind of feeling. So that's where I was thinking that this would make a great companion to, if you want to put decks together. Sometimes I see that, you know, I see an oracle and I think, oh, that will look good. And that's what one of the things that I love about Threads of Fate, is that they do have compatible decks, visually compatible decks. But not just visually compatible, the messages and the archetypes and the symbology can translate over from the Weaver Tarot to the Oracle, and to the Oracle to the Weaver. So I love to use these two together as well. So here's this amazing Oracle deck, the Sunstone, and it's black edged with a really cool backing, great book, really amazing graphic images, and this amazing Norse rune mythology infused in it. And I hope you liked it. Faith Dust and Pixie Dust.